Hey there, Ritorians! Welcome to another Ritoras Show. This is episode 2. Oh my god, I cannot freaking believe that we've reached so far. I'm just kidding. My name is Ritoras, and today we're going to have a second Ritoras Show. So let's go for it. In this episode, I'm going to introduce a new section which I'm going to call Let's Talk About, or Let's Talk About That, or whatever, you've got a point, in which I'm going to discuss things that interest me or things that bother me, or both. Especially today, I have two topics. I'm gonna start with the first one, which is something that really pisses me off and I cannot explain. Many YouTubers have it, and it's called demonetization. Demonetization. And what it basically is, when you upload a video, you have said no cursing on it, or you have no blood, or no sex, no violence, anything. An example, the Ritoras Show. The previous Ritoras Show got demonetized. Why? I don't know. What I can do for it? Currently, nothing. Why? Because my video has not reached 1,000 views. So, what happens? The algorithm, for some strange reason, or for some legit reason which I don't know, grabbed few words or pictures or anything from my video that it really, I don't know, thought that it was not good for advertising, which is okay. In any ways, I don't make money from advertising currently, but it is okay. So my video got demonetized. I have the option to request a review in order to make for them to realize that, hey, it has nothing bad, it should not be demonetized. But I can only do that if I have 1,000 views and more per video, on the video that I want to review. So that is definitely not doable right now. And I was thinking if we can compensate for this by hitting the like button on those videos a little bit more than we do on the other content. So I asked for a like on the previous video, and if we could reach 10 likes, we reached 9 likes, which is a good thing. We were almost there to reaching our goal. So can we hit 10 likes or maybe 15 likes in this video? Let's go for it. The second topic that I want to discuss in the Let's Talk About section is my Pokemon thread theory. In the previous week, I deck reviewed, playtested and hit the tournaments with the Clanging Thunder deck, Think deck for the Pokemon TCG, and in my deck review video, I also started analyzing my Pokemon trading card game thread theory. I'm going to give you a very short description, and if you're interested, I may create a separate video completely analyzing this theory for you guys. So especially if you are new, I think personally that Pokemon TCG Online is more of a tempo game. The only thing that you have to do is make sure that your opponent's threats are going to be less than yours. So, when your opponent is preparing a threat on your bench and your only threat is your active Pokemon, you are probably going to lose if you don't have a prepared second threat on your bench in order to deal with your opponent's ready to be promoted threat. So, you have a threat on your active spot, your opponent has a threat on the bench. You knock out your opponent's active Pokemon, which was a dummy Pokemon, a Pokemon that was not meant to knock out your Pokemon, and then your opponent promotes his threat or her threat, and boom, your threat is now knocked out. Do you have a second threat on the bench, a threat ready to instantly, or maybe not instantly, but you know, that it's going to be able to knock down at some point in the game the new threat that your opponent has promoted? And if yes, do you have enough time to prepare a third threat when your opponent prepares his second threat? So this is my threat theory. I can probably think about it a lot more and write a decent script and create a decent video for you guys if you're interested, but I see many people online losing due to these misplays, due to this misconception, and I would really like to help the community if I can on this topic. So please let me know if you want a detailed video on this theory with examples and all that stuff, and I will try to find the time to create that. Alright, so this concludes the Let's Talk About section of the Ritoras Show. Let me know if you liked it. You can suggest topics that you may want me to discuss or we can discuss. And I will also take advantage of this section to discuss things, as I mentioned before, that pisses me off or surprises me or interests me in general. So we're gonna move on to the weekly upload schedule. What are we gonna upload this week? Again, Monday through Sunday, I'm going to upload one episode of the Shadow of War, Middle-earth Shadow of War Let's Play series. This time I'm going to have decent graphics and decent sound. Episode 11, 12, 13 and 14 had very crappy sound. That was due to an error on my settings, which I have fixed, as you can probably tell from this video and other videos. This is fixed from episode 15 and on, and I realized that the graphics are extremely low. I decreased them in order for the recording software to not, to be faster and to record more decent video, but it looks like that it's not viewable, and I definitely understand this, so this is gonna be fixed as well. I was surprised to see that you kinda watched the Shadow of War Let's Play series just a little bit more this week, so let me know if you really enjoyed it, or if it was just, I don't know, I just thought that you've watched it more, because the views got just a little bit more up, but that might be relevant to the previous Ritoras Show video. This Monday we're gonna have another few more packs video. This time it's going to be Hearthstone. Specifically, I'm going to open 2 Whispers of the Old Gods booster packs, 6 Knights of the Frozen Throne booster packs, and 7 Classic booster packs. So those are... how many? So those are 15 booster packs that we're gonna open this week, and it's probably gonna be amazing. I hope so. I have not opened them yet. I also currently have 3k gold coins on Hearthstone, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have almost 4k when the new set releases, which is going to be mid-December. So I'm going to use all that gold to purchase the new set, and I'm going to open so freaking many packs. Expect 30 to 40, maybe even 50, which I doubt, booster packs from the new set. On Tuesday we're going to purchase and open one weekly sub bundle featuring Entei. Sometimes I call it Ethni for some reason which I cannot explain, but it happens. So it features Entei, a Black Star promo if I remember correctly, and 3 Hearth Gold and Soul Silver Unleashed booster packs. It is quite a good thing to open old packs, especially if you are targeting to play Legacy and Expanded, so we're gonna go that route this week. This Wednesday we don't have free cards by email, at least not yet. This is up to you to change it. We can change it, we have a few days left to change it, so you can change it. If not, I have already prepared a 5 booster pack opening video for Yu-Gi-Oh! So this week, on Wednesday, we're going to open 5 how is it called? Galactic Origin booster packs for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Those were definitely my very first 5 booster packs, and I was surprised for 2 things. First of all, I didn't know any card, so I want you to let me know in that video if the cards that I pulled are good or bad, if I pulled any good card. Unfortunately, I didn't pull any ultra rare. That was a spoil, but it is fine. The other thing that I was really surprised is that the booster packs contain only 3 cards, which is okay, but it's a little bit strange for me. On Thursday, Friday and Saturday we're gonna feature the Distraction Fang theme deck. Thursday it's going to be the deck review, Friday it's going to be the playlist video, and Saturday it's going to be the tournament battle video. So this is the second theme deck from the Crimson Invasion set, a deck that I was a little bit disappointed in the beginning, but as I play with it, it is very stable and very powerful. I was a little bit surprised to see how powerful it is. The only huge disadvantage of it is that it is extremely weak to Clanging Thunder, which is the first or the other theme deck from the Crimson Invasion set. But in general, we're gonna analyze it, we're gonna playtest with it, we're gonna hit the tournaments, and hopefully we're gonna win, and we're gonna have a Distraction Fang week. Sunday is of course going to host the Ritoras Show, and that, my friends, concludes another weekly upload schedule section. What do you think about this week's uploading schedule? Do you plan to watch something? Or everything? Or nothing? Let me know in the comments below. I'm a little bit surprised this week that we have at least 2 questions, so we are gonna have a Q&A section. I'm really excited about that because we are starting building a community, the Ritorians community, and that really means a lot to me. Before going for the questions, I would really appreciate if you could send them on my social media. It is way easier for me to find them there. But if you have trouble doing that, or if you don't want to do that, you can also post them below in this video below in the comments. That is totally acceptable, totally fine, but I really prefer social media. It's up to you. Whatever you want. I'm fine. So the first question is from Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Shot, one of my best friends online. And the question goes like, nice video, and how did you get into making YouTube videos? Well, I discovered YouTube in 2009, but until 2011, I didn't know that people create gaming videos and upload them. Also, I was very young and I had a picture in my mind that, hey, you can make this your full-time job, you can just sit there, play video games and get paid for it, and this is gonna be a dream job and a dream life, which got crashed mid-2012 when my channel was just not growing. Nowadays, I do YouTube videos mainly because of the creative aspect of it, and that's basically why I do the Ritoras Show, because it is a creative project for me and I want to express my creativity. If it turns out to make a living or some profit, I won't say no. I will not say that I'm not on YouTube for money, but I'm definitely way more for the creativity and the creative part. After all, as I mentioned before, my videos get demonetized for no reason at all, so money? Are you freaking kidding me? That doesn't exist on YouTube anymore. Silla asks, by the way, I think that Silla is a Blue Wolf 333 who donated cards the previous week. Thank you once again for this. So Silla asks, when's your birthday and at what age did you start playing Pokemon? Was it your first video card game? When is my birthday? I was born in a hot summer night, August 30th of 1992. Yeah, I was born in August 30th, 1992. So I'm currently 25 years old, and concerning the Pokemon, it was definitely not my first video game, but it was definitely my first card game. So my first video game, my first ever video game was Half-Life 1. Half-Life 1. I remember we were playing this secretly because my father never allowed us to play video games with guns, basically. So we went to friends and played Half-Life 1 secretly. So that was one cool story. And wait, I have one more cool story to say. So definitely Pokemon TCG was my very first card game ever. I've been playing Pokemon TCG in paper mode, of course, because it was not existing in digital, or actually it was. We also had and still have the game for the Game Boy, the trading card game for the Game Boy, and we sometimes, like once every 5 years, we remember it and play just a little bit. The rules are so freaking different there, but that's a whole nother topic. But I've been playing Pokemon trading card games since 1999 or maybe 2000. I don't clearly remember when they brought it to Greece, but I've been playing since day one. And it is very funny that there was a rumor back then, that's a funny story, there was a rumor back then that the cards had some substance on them, that when the kids touched the cards, they became addicted to touching them and eventually playing and eventually buying the cards. So I remember one day I returned home and it was a group of mothers, my mother included, of course, it was our home, our apartment. And they were just examining and touching the cards to see if this theory really was true. So they were literally touching the cards to see if they could find any substance on them. Crazy story. I'm not sure if you know that. I'm not sure if that story was a Greek story only or an international story. Maybe I should do research on this one, but it was really funny. Then we got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Magic the Gathering, and then back to Pokemon and all that stuff, but I've gone through many trading card games, and I plan to go through as many as possible because I have an unusual love to trading card games. So I really hope that this answers your questions, my friends, and that basically concludes another Ritoras Show. I really hope that you had fun, and I really hope that you're gonna watch this week's content. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions on how to make this video better, on how to make my week's content better, or anything in general. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Let's grow this Ritorians community bigger, and crush the like button in this video. As I mentioned before, it is probably going to get demonetized, so let's compensate with a few likes. 15 likes would be amazing in this video if it is possible, and if not, let's at least reach 10. Can we do that? Alright, my friends, check out your screen right now. You will see other content that might interest you. Click any that you may like, and until the next episode, I really hope that you're gonna have a great time, and I'm gonna see you. Bye.